I think, as I mentioned earlier, with the British scene, it is very much anything that's you hear on the radio is a commercial success, but it's not allowing other artists to come through. It's not. It is literally people are told what to listen to, and that is what affects the UK scene, and the UK scene's in a mess as well. So but in Europe, it's not so bad.
No,
it's not so bad in Europe because people do listen to what they want to listen to. You will get the Scorpions in the charts in Germany, but you'll never get them in the UK. You'll never get rock bands necessarily in the charts in England.
Yeah, in America and the UK, you know, the instigators of movies and of the most successful movies and the most successful acts are UK-based and American, you know, from the Doors to whoever you want to bring up. But when you go to other places, and especially, like I said, you know, with the things in Brazil and South America, you'd have a heavy metal band playing one night. The next night you'd have Black Eyed Peas, and if the people they would go to both. If they could afford it, they would go to both, because it's like, there's an event, there's a band, let's go and check it out. You know, whereas, you know, where we've sort of been, it's like, oh, I'm not going to see that, it's not my cup, you know. Well, if you don't want to go and see it, that's fine, you know. But there is more of an open door, venue-wise, you know, respect for the people that are coming to play on a smaller scale. There's more of that in Europe. What we call Europe, you know, Spain, Italy, Germany, Holland, you know, all these different, Denmark. There's more of a scene, I think, more of a scene, and to change the way things are. I mean, again, the thing is, as I said about free downloads, you know, it's because people will go and download it for free that it's there, you know. I mean, I actually had a guy write to me a few years ago, sent me an email, and he's like, dude, why are you trying to sell your album? You should be giving it away for free. Everybody, you know, kind of like a really nasty message. I had no idea who this guy was. I was like, well, it's 99 cents. You know, if you can sell 500 albums, you know, even for 99 cents, that gives you enough money, maybe, to go and record your drum tracks in a studio and then finish it all off at home. But it's like, no, we want it for free. We're in this era of entitlement. You know, you're not entitled to take somebody else's hard work for free. Everybody's always recorded tapes and, you know, oh, I'll send you a copy of this. But now, because it's gone global, you know, it really is that much more difficult. And there's so many stories that we hear of people who've literally lost everything by investing in their career and recording a couple of albums. You have to change other people's mentalities. If you're a fan of an artist, buy it. You know, if you want to go and see them play, buy a ticket. You know, and again, it's not expensive anymore. You know, you've got people complaining at $55 for a ticket to go and see Taylor Swift. It's too expensive. It's like, do you know how much it costs to put that show on? And you want to download the music for free? If you're a fan, save your money, go and see her once, you know, or whoever it is, you know. That's what you have to do. You have to change people's perception of what has a value. You've got to believe, if you look at a download chart, say, you have to believe what somebody's punched those numbers, but the numbers they've punched in. Doesn't mean those numbers are real.
No. I mean, you
make that up.
You go on Spotify and you see each song, how many plays that song's had. I mean, is it genuine? I mean, do we trust these numbers? I mean, it's all digital, isn't it?
You know, and again, don't, you know, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I remember back in the day, we had a deal with a company called Peer Southern Music in Denmark Street, and they were music publishers again, and this guy called Barry Andrews, who used to be the Bruno Brooks, Janice Long producer on Radio 1 when it was Radio 1 was the main station, and he said what they did for what was called the Gallup charts. A record label would hire a bunch of young guys to go to the record stores, buy the singles, 5, 6, 10 singles each. So they'd hire 50 guys to just go around all the shops buying these. They used to take them down to the Thames where all these containers were, throw them in this container, and that would bump up the chart. Had no intention of keeping the record, just to bump the chart up, to get them up to. So it's always been going on in one form or another. And as we said before, it's like, you know, there has to be not negativity. These are negative vibes, right? You know, it's like, oh, well, how are we gonna? You just have to find a way. And we found that with our backgrounds and things that have gone wrong, and a lot of things that have gone right, that makes us even more determined to continue doing what we're doing. And you know, it's just amazing to be able to. I don't, you know, as I say, I don't have any money. I'm not frightened of admitting it. You know, people used to say to me in the States, it's like, oh, it's all right for you. You've got. It's like, I don't make any money. You know, I can survive, but I don't. But I go downstairs into our studio and I do what I love to do, and that's what I've done, you know, professionally for the last 25 years, nearly 30 years. And I get to meet great people, and I get to hang out and do this kind of stuff, and it's the best. That is all I can say to somebody is, if you want to do it and really do it and get stuck in, and you will not regret it. But do not get in this industry because you want to be famous. You know, fame comes along with it if you're lucky. But don't be an artist, don't be a singer, don't be a musician because you want to be famous. Do it because you want to do music and you want to be involved with great people. If you start off like that, you know, again, that is changing people's perceptions. That is the positive side that people need to hear to be able to do what we do, you know.